Okay, guys, let's roll. Right. The council elections. Yeah. Disappointed to find out this morning that we won't learn about the Great Yarmouth elections, which is the one that I'm really interested in, until after 4 p.m. today. We'll be going live at 4 p.m. on this channel to wait for the results to come in. Well, how did the elections go nationwide, if you like? Well, as to be expected, Labour had one hell of a kick-in, and we'll be having a look at a snapshot of the results as of, say, 0930 on Friday the 8th, yeah? So we'll give you a snapshot at 0930. Restore Britain. Wow. How did they do? I don't know. I'm hoping that they've done very well. I mean, whatever happens in Great Yarmouth is going to be an indication of how it goes for the rest, well, in the run-up to the general election. I mean, can Rupert Lowe's army of patriots triumph? Yeah. What about all these Reform Party candidates who were successful? And there's a lot. You'll see that now in a moment. Will they stick with Nigel Farage? I don't think they're going to stick with Nigel Farage. I think in the coming weeks we're going to see more and more Reform Party councillors move over to Restore Britain. By now, not all, most councillors are pretty politically astute. They will be seeing the way the wind is blowing, and they also know, if they are patriots in their hearts, that Nigel Farage or Reform Party are the way to go for the future. Either way, I think Restore Britain, we've got a big fight on our hands coming up, guys, purely because of demographics, haven't we? Mind you, the demographics didn't swing to the Greens the way some people thought they would, did they? I mean, I had my reservations from the start about the success of the Greens taking, if you like, the Muslim vote, because, you know, if you'd been around the channels and looked around, you would have seen that that particular demographic wasn't very happy with Zach Polanski and his position when it comes to the LGBTQ community, were they? And if it comes to that, neither with the Jewish community. They weren't impressed with it either. So, yeah, I think it was all hype when it came to the Greens, the boogeyman, a distraction, if you like. I think they'll fade away. But the battle now really is between the globalists, the Uni Party, the One World Orders, and the control of international bankers, and the nationalists, yeah? And the nationalists are firmly behind Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain. There are some people saying that you can't trust Rupert. Well, from my perspective, we've got no choice but to believe in Rupert and trust Rupert. Rupert is our last hope, if you like. What was it way back in time? Boxing, when I was a boy. Was it Henry Cooper? Was he the last great white hope when it came to that in the boxing world? No, I don't think it was Henry Cooper. I think it was an American boxer. They dominate, blacks tend to dominate heavyweight boxing, don't they? But there was one called the Last Great White Hope. Well, Rupert Lowe is the last great hope for the white race, indigenous population in our country, that's for sure. Anyhow, let's go and have a look at how the elections went nationwide, shall we? So a snapshot in time. Here we go. Not there. Yeah. 2026 election results, latest from local Scottish and Welsh votes. I'll just scroll down, guys, and you can have a look at them, yeah? So let's get down to England first, yeah? About 5,000 seats were up for election, 134 council. There's the results. Wow. Labour took a pace in, didn't they? Yeah, Labour took a pace in, down 201. Reform up 275. councillors. Greens, well, they still managed to win 23 in certain demographics where the crazes live. You can stop the scroll at any time, guys. This is just going down to give you an idea. Can I make it bigger? Yeah. Councils of interest. Yeah. Elected mayors. List of candidates. You can get all the results over here. Right. Pause poll. Over in Wales, nothing yet. Terrible. There was a time when you'd get results on the same night or early in the morning. Now they need all this time to count them up. Yeah. I think postal voting should be banned, except for only the military should be able to have postal votes if they are serving abroad, or severely disabled people who can't get to a voting booth. Yeah, postal voting is always bad for fraud, always. I don't like all this time it takes to count the votes either. Too much skullduggery. I know that there's a lot of corruption in certain demographics and certain political parties. Yeah. So that was the elected mayors. Yeah, we've been through that. Let's pause. Oh, nothing over in Scotland yet either. Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. Okay, let's get back to the front. Okay, this is the one we're really interested in, isn't it, guys? This is the one we're really interested in. And we're not going to know that until after 4 p.m. I'm really hoping that Restore Britain sweep the board. They make Great Yarmouth the template for our Restore Britain carries on their campaigns in other parts of the country. It will be brilliant. What we've got to do now is local people need to work on their Reform Party councillors, and I mean work on them. Yeah, you see a Reform Party councillor, tell him you're not happy with Nigel Farage, tell him why Nigel Farage is not the man to lead the country, that he's a stalking horse for Mohammed Yousaf, yeah, the globalist, WEF placeman, if you like. So tell your new Reform Party councillors that you would appreciate it if they would move over to Restore Britain. Yeah. And that's the way we start to take our country back. Remember, the war is a bigger war now, guys. Yeah, it's not just local, it's national. In fact, it's international. It's all of Western-style civilizations. It's about the preservation now of not just our country, but our race as well. Securing a future for our children. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's all I've got. See you at 4 p.m. on the live if you're around. We'll stay around until we get the Great Yarmouth results. You've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. See you on the next one.